Hey, it's Chris. Anti-GenCon video. This is in contrast to all the videos that you've seen pop up over the last week or two on social media, on YouTube, on wherever else, saying, go buy these games at GenCon. They're going to be awesome. Well, let's talk about this for a second, because guaranteed half of them that are on these lists, myself included, you won't even remember a year from now. A year from now, you won't remember them. Let alone, will they even be in your collection then? That's really the make it or break it. So this is my anti-GenCon video. This is my, instead of going to GenCon and buying these, instead of looking online, buying the hype, trying to get an early bird, trying to trade, trying to pay exorbitant secondary market prices from people who are scalping them after they go there and get one of the however X many copies, don't buy any of that crap and instead get these games, which are proven-ish, more recent-ish, and actually have a better chance of staying in your collection. Because that's what matters more, right? Don't buy in to buy in. Grass isn't always greener. Let's go. So first up, I just got it played over my vacation recently, and we're going to talk about two games here head-to-head. Head-to-head mechanically, head-to-head thematically, and we're talking about Earth on one hand and Ark Nova on the other. Yeah, I got both of those played on vacation. And okay, they're both good games. They're both really good games. Full disclaimer, I think they both overstay their welcome a little bit too. But that being said, you already know the pedigree that goes along with this. There's enough information out there on both of this. That's going to be the key crux of all of these games that I'm going to be mentioning. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, right? There's no the grass is greener. There's no what if this fills a hole. No, good games. Go check it out. You want something heavier, you want something longer with a slight engine build, you want, tons of iconography, you want an earth, animal, nature incorporation, go with one of these games. You want something a little bit more simplistic in a 4x4 grid, but you want something a little bit more animal thematic incorporation with an engine build of upgrading your actions as you go along, maneuvering those actions in different order sequences. Yeah, I mean, Earth versus Ark Nova. Again, say what you will about either one of them, whether or not they're right for you. There's no question in what you're getting as a good game. It's just whether or not it's for you. But that is probably more of a guarantee with more information out there and on the secondary market right now than anything you can buy at GenCon. Anything. So take that for what it is, and that's why it's number one. Now, second up in this list is Clank Catacombs. Clank Catacombs. The best iteration of Clank. Got that played on vacation too, right? So recency bias here, but that's not just me talking. You want a modular Clank experience where you're dungeon delving with an hugely, speaking of Earth and Ark Nova, deck that is just, tons of crazy stuff, tons of asymmetric stuff, lack of repetition in these cards as you're diving until you press your luck style game ends. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. Again, it probably overstays its welcome a little bit too. That's the common theme as well in the first three games here. Not really starting off on the right foot, but they're all fun in their own right. And if you're going to buy a Clank, not having played any of the other Clanks, I don't know why you would start elsewhere. I mean, this one encapsulates everything that you're looking for in a press your luck, deck building-esque style game. So why look elsewhere? Don't look elsewhere. Speaking of cooperative games, I mean, we're seeing some new stuff. I've had my eye on the newest Forbidden Jungle game. I've had my eye on a couple others like Sky Team, the new two-player cooperative game from GenCon. I'll talk about more of those in my other video, but why go elsewhere when you've got two equally good, completely different, mechanically speaking, cooperative games that have stood the test of time already? One, do you have Spirit Island? Oh, you do have Spirit Island? Well, go get Jagged Earth. Oh, you have Jagged Earth? Go pre-order Nature Incarnate, because Nature Incarnate should be out on GenCon weekend. Right now, North America estimated retail date is August 3. So why even look elsewhere, right? You don't need more games. Buy a game that you're already well established with that you love. I'll make an argument that, yeah, I can't have too much Spirit Island, I'm going to get it all. But that's what you're getting. You know what you're getting. There's no question, right? None whatsoever. Secondly, the loop. I love the loop. Catch-up games, now Pandasaurus games, big expansion, mini expansion, buy the mini expansion if you're going to buy anything first. It just, again, is a press your luck, drop cubes down the center of the board and watch them splay out randomly to explode eras and have goons and minions pop up all over the board as you're trying to put out fires in a, thematically very, very fun, chaotic game. But again, you know what you're getting. And again, it's a great forking game. So why go elsewhere if you don't have to? Now, you're going, Chris, I want to spend triple digits, Chris. I want to spend triple digits buying a game that's going to be much less than that at retail. You want to buy triple digits worth of game? Go check out Binho. Binho, it is one of the best dexterity games I've ever played. It is not the most skill-based because, it's a flicking soccer marble-based situation, but it's easier to, literally and metaphorically get to the table because it comes with its own table, turf, and little screw-in players that you can get yellow carded and red carded for, and my kids love it. And it has the appeal that most dexterity games, not named Jenga, lack. Even Crokinole. The biggest issue with Crokinole, 1, untransportable. 2, nobody looks at that and goes, oh, well, that seems like an awesome game. Well, once you introduce it, once you show it to people, this looks like an actual soccer field. Everyone in the whole freaking world, all 7-8 billion people are like almost familiar with soccer. And so you get the instant eye recognition there. Yeah, it's going to cost you triple digits, but guarantee it's going to last you longer than anything that you're going to buy for triple digits at GenCon this year. Guaranteed, right? Don't buy that stuff. You know what I'm saying. You're paying a 20% markup at these conventions, folks. It just boggles my mind every year. Speaking though, we'll go with recency bias here. Marvel Snap. You remember Marvel Snap? Now imagine you did that with Star Wars. And now imagine you only released that through Walmart. And it was through Funko? What the Funko? Well, that's what Funko has done. The problem is you can't get any of the expansion characters. You get the base game for $19.82 right now on Walmart's website. Yeah, because I've been checking it out, refreshing almost on a daily basis, trying to get all the expansions, because there's like 30 different expansion characters, like 15 or 12 or so, whatever, on each side, light side and dark side. But they aren't available online except for the select Walmarts that don't actually advertise that they're in stock. So you have people that walk in and buy the whole box set and then scalp them all on eBay for literally 3 times the price of the actual individual models. Now it's a little bit of collector-ish because you don't know what you're getting. It's a little bit mystery thing. But if you look in the whole box as a set, like if you bought the whole box for $60 or $80, whatever it be, you don't get duplicates. There's no duplicates in an actual box. The problem is if you buy them in separate boxes, anyway, you don't need to hear about that. But it's Marvel Snap. If you're not familiar with Marvel Snap, you basically have your 3 little zones and you play your characters, you play your powers, and then they have mitigations effects based on the characters, based on the interactions, based on the zones themselves. They all change the rules and break them in weird ways, and it's fun. You know what? Spend 30 or 40 bucks and I guarantee you'll have a hey hoot time with Star Wars thematic incorporation there. And it'll be a heck of a lot cheaper than anything you can buy Star Wars related at Gen Con. Boom! Liege told you so. What's up next? Well, you want to spend more money again? You want to pay for a premium product? You go, Chris, I am a connoisseur. I need a premium product. Well, go buy the latest 25th Centuries edition of Ra. Ra. Right there, folks. Right in the background. Sitting right there. One of the best auction-style bidding games ever made. Very, very well scaling from 2 to 5 players, and it's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, if you want to pay a premium, go get that DELUXIFIED. Don't just pay a premium for the sake of saying a premium at Gen Con so you can be early. Get something like that actually, it's actually forking good. Actually, let me take that back. It's not forking good. It's amazing. And that's why you should consider this other stuff, because the other stuff, again, you just don't know. Some of this stuff you may go, Chris, this is an absolute wet dream board game wise of mine, right? You never thought you'd hear that phrase on a YouTube channel talking about board games, right? But that's one of the aspects that you have to think about is going, okay, is this actually that good? Okay, and then we'll give you 2 last runners up, things, again, a little recency bias, a little bit of older stuff. We'll start with the more recent. I just talked about this one previously, Gosu X. If you're not familiar with this, from Sorry We Are French, this is one of the best 2-player games coming out of the year. This is going to be a top 10 game. I'll tell you right now, you can get it at retail. Go buy it. 2-player dueling, asymmetric character faction decks that you just smash a couple of them together and you go head to head. And the ones that aren't used actually, give you asymmetric powers that constrain you in how you can play in the first place. Fantastic. Can't say enough good things about it. I think this is easily going to be in the top 10 list for me of the year. And I have no qualms about saying that right now. And you can get it now. You can get it now. Theme? Yeah. don't get hyped up. There's too much out there telling you go buy elsewhere, go buy hype, go buy unknown, go buy unknown, fill the void, fill the void, fill the void. No. Buy the known. Last up, I got some engine builders. We got Nahora, we got World Wonders, we got things like that. They're going to be coming out as well, like Three Ring Circus. You know, a little bit of the worker placement, a little bit of those, the card driven, a little bit of the engine build. You know, across the smattering board. You know, what are you looking for? You know, going back all the way to the beginning of this video, talking about engine builders that do not overstay their welcome. Let's go completely opposite direction. Engine builders that force you to be quick. And you know what? If you want a great engine builder, just go buy Res Arcana and get a couple expansions with it. You know, it's got 3 expansions right now. You can buy 1 or 2 of them easily on the retail. But I guess, you know, if you really wanted to be cheap and go, you know, frugal on the secondary market, I guarantee you can get a better price for that than almost anything you're going to get new retail-wise in this line of thinking, mechanically speaking, at GenCon. So why not, right? If you haven't played it, I mean, yeah, again, not everybody loves Res Arcana, and that's not the point of this video, right? I'm not telling you games that you are absolutely going to love, but I'm saying if you're looking for anything in any of these categories, right, go with the stuff that's already well established out there. Don't have to be always looking at the convention to try and get ahead of the curve. Like, I do a little bit of that because, you know, the channel and stuff, but also it's okay not to do it. You have permission not to come home from GenCon with $1,000 worth of games. I see this every time after the convention. You see these glamour shots. You know, some are content people, some are non-content people. And I just look at this and I go, okay, some of these games were like available already and some of them like weren't. And yeah, sometimes, okay, you're going to make the justification that some of the ones that weren't, I got now, okay, great. And you want to pay $10 or $20 more for them each, you know, and you buy 6 or 10 of them. Yeah, okay, that's a ton of money. But then you also buy the retail and you buy the retail there, which is also going to be cost marked up. Again, you can support publishers however you want to. But if you're anything like me, you've got too many games. So be more discretion with your deciding and maybe don't come home with a suitcase full of them. Don't go there with anticipation of I need an extra suitcase to come home with in the first place. That's consumerism at its worst, folks. And that's what I like talking about on this channel, is trying to help you not FOMO. So there you go. Anti-GenCon buying hype video. Not saying don't get games, because I can't stop you from doing that, but I'm saying maybe don't look there, maybe look there. Not actually behind you in your actual collection, although that would be actually really good too. Just go play the stuff you got and sell the stuff you don't, but you know what I'm saying. Stay classy. See you around. Have a great freaking day.